Welcome to Tesla Life. If you like this video, all I ask is that you please subscribe. Hey everyone, just received the new software update 2022.44.25.5 with the full self beta 10.69.25. Let's look at what's included. Some minor fixes, self-driving beta release notes. Always a lot of detail about how they're improving the full self-driving. We'll have to try that out. Driving beta suspension program, just telling you that you could be disallowed. The visualization, cabin camera, they're just letting you know they're using the cabin camera. They've added Apple Music for all you Apple fans out there. Dog mode has been enhanced. You can view the interior camera through the mobile app, but I think you have to upgrade your mobile app to 4.15.0 plus. And then you, if you're in dog mode or sentry mode, you can look at the interior of the cabin. You can schedule your light show. I think that's only for Model S and X. Climate control, fan speed. So I think, when you're in auto, you never were able to adjust the fan speed, but now you can choose between low, medium, and high while staying in auto mode. So here now under climate, while in auto, you can adjust the speed of the fan. Outside of auto, you get a much more, more levels of fan speed, but in auto mode, you can just switch and increase the fan. I did notice, by the way, that when I first turned on the climate, it wasn't showing where the air was being blown, and then it came on. So if the air direction and the airflow is not shown, just give it a minute. I might have gone in and out of climate just by pressing the temperature a few times to get that to display. And I do like this auto for the heated seats. That's handy. Dog mode and camp mode are over there. MyQ connected garage, so anybody with the MyQ garage doors, it's now supported. Auto turn signal. I just tried this. Turn signals can automatically deactivate upon completing a lane, but it looks like you have to engage it. It's under controls, lights, auto turn signals. So controls, lights, auto turn signal. It's auto cancel feature. So that could be handy. So your turn signals will automatically turn off after a merge, fork, or lane change has been completed. If the vehicle detects an oncoming turn or another lane change in the same direction, the turn signals will not turn off until the maneuver is complete. Note, the turn signals will cancel based on steering angle regardless of the selected settings for auto turn. Okay, so basically in probably cruise control mode, if you change lane, if you put your blinker on to change lanes, but after you get into the lane, it's going to turn off your turn signal, and that's not relevant to full self-driving or autopilot, because it turns the signals on and off in autopilot mode. Some Mahjong game added. Confirm phone caller transfer. I saw that come up. So I was on the phone, I walked into the car, and normally the call would be transferred into the car Bluetooth, and it prompted me if I'd like to transfer it so that you don't jump onto speakerphone just by walking into the car. Contact lookup, search for contacts from a connected Bluetooth device. That's interesting. Media controls. Media controls are closer to the driver. They're over here now on the left-hand side. Swipe up to access. Oh, I've been wondering how you get to your favorites. So it looks like you just swipe up to get to your favorites and sources. So I've been wondering how I get to my favorites. You have to swipe up, because when you click here, you get the old media screen. So the favorites that used to be over here in the lower section are now there. That's pretty cool. The audio is different now. So this is basically the same, but what you can't do is you can't position it there anymore. It's either on or off. But I believe everything in here is basically the same. They have added Apple Music, but you need an account, I believe, for that here. Yeah, to log into your account. What's new is that the music controls are over here. So your controls are closer to you, which is handy. And you can touch this to bring up that whole pane. And you have to touch the icon to close it. So you can open it touching almost anywhere here, but then you have to touch the icon to close it. And this area now can also show you your, you can swipe left and right to see your trip information and the tire pressure. Now the top has changed some. It looks like the home controls, which used to be over here, are positioned there. Okay, so the home garage door opener controls, I think, have been moved over, and you can actually activate it without having to open it there. That's basically the same. And I believe all up here is the same, but I'll show you when we're driving how the navigation has been changed a lot. Okay, thanks everyone. Emission testing mode. The farting sounds can now be used from the mobile app. Long press and quick controls. So I guess you need to upgrade the mobile app, and then you can control your farts. Always rainbow, another ability to turn on the rainbow feature. That was sort of a toy thing. Okay, we are on full self-driving with the new release. Let's see how it behaves. First thing you notice here is navigation. They've got much larger font size for the miles, and this split the destination information down here from the main traffic up there. So that's interesting. It should go here. I wonder why it's waiting. I don't know why it's hesitating here. So I'm going to press the power pedal. That was pretty bad. First stop sign we come to, it hesitated a little too much. So let's see what things, so I can, so that's pretty normal. You used to be able to touch here, and can see more detail and touch to shrink. And then down here, this must be, so that's interesting. It's got, I guess, the destination there, charge limit to when you arrive, I guess, 50%. Make a right turn. And then, so this is where you can add a stop, edit your trip, go to settings. I assume settings is the same. Well, that's nice. I don't have to scroll up to do avoid tolls. I like that avoid tolls every once in a while. Let's see if we edit trip and say done, whether it gives me options. It used to give, yep. So that's how, again, you can get to see alternate routes. The nav on autopilot, destination time, minutes, and miles to destination, I guess. Now, I don't know if this is considered a highway that we're going to turn onto, but let's watch the nav here. A big piece of this release is a unified nav on autopilot, and so we should be able to tell from the graphic, I think, if it's a unified stack now on the full self-driving versus autopilot. I don't know whether this is considered a highway. Let's just watch this and see. Yeah, so it's still showing as local road traffic. We will be getting on a highway later on. There are still lights on this road. Still may consider this a local road. So it's where our display. Again, we can go to the full screen. Not much has changed right around here on the screen. Just this area, this area, this area. That all looks normal over there. Also along the bottom, looks normal. By the way, notice when you bring this something up over here, this is a little larger font also over there. So let's watch this part of the screen to see if normally as soon as you would get on an on-ramp, this display would change into more of a autopilot view. And it looks like it is the full self-driving view. Graphical view here. Let's see if it gets over. I think it just changed as soon as it got on the highway. So the graphics did change. It does sort of look like the old autopilot here. Coming up here, there's going to be a third lane, a lane on the right that we need to get over into to take the ramp up here. Let's do it. Put on its blinker. Hey, it did it. Nice. Sometimes it had trouble getting into this lane. Traffic here. Get over. It does get over. Nice. Some traffic coming in. We have to get over. Sometimes when there's a lot of cars around, it's very hesitant. Let's watch the graphic here to see if the graphic changes. Yep. So the graphics are still changing. When you come off a highway, it could still be a single stack of software between it, but the graphics are definitely still changing. That was nice and aggressive too. Cars were coming and it made a decision to go. Looks like the end trip or cancels down here now. So again, you'll notice, watch here for the graphic to change. I believe it doesn't change until you actually get on the highway. So I think down the ramp we'll still have the full self-driving, more detailed graphic, and then it will switch to sort of the autopilot graphic. Makes a nice left turn. So we still have the full self-driving graphic. Until we get actually on the highway does it switch. Now it doesn't actually have to get out of this lane, I believe. Oh no, it does. So once it gets out of this lane, it's still full self-drive. Ah, there it goes. I don't know why they just didn't keep the graphic, because that graphic's really nice. Maybe it's just a simpler graphic for when you're on highways. Okay, we're getting off here. That was a little smoother. Sometimes when there's an exit ramp or exit lane, it jumps over to the lane very abruptly. That was a smoother transition to that lane. Let's go make a left turn here. Let's see. Yeah. Saw that car was not going straight. Nice. It was a nice, very, I want to say aggressive left turn. Didn't hesitate at all. So we have a fairly tough left-hand turn coming up because the lane is not well marked. Plus, with all the salt on the road, it's doubly tough to identify this left turning lane, so I'm curious if it will see it. And I have to watch. It doesn't put the blinker on. Okay, goes for it. Now this is where it is hardly lined at all. Wow, that did really well. That did really well. Look, it sees the left lane here, and let's see if it's aggressive here to go. I had a feeling it wasn't. Could have definitely made it, but it errored on the side of. And again, it could make it here, but it's going to probably error. Luckily, there's nobody behind me. Now it should be able to go, and it does. So it's. Not too aggressive if cars are coming. Two instances there where the average driver would have gone through. There's another hump coming up here, and sometimes it was disengaging going over this hump because it really is going to lose. Let's watch the graphics, see if it loses the road. Just a little bit hesitated, but did pretty good. Most drivers would have taken that a little faster just because they know the turn. There's another hump here. I'm going to speed it up and see. Definitely disables on this hump. Let's see what happens. Yeah. It doesn't like losing the road. It had to project where the road was, but it slowed down. Okay, we've got a person in the road. Let's see what's happening here. It wants to go around it, but there's cars coming, so I took over. It was going to go around the car, but there were cars coming, so didn't like that. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe on the top left and share the video with your friends. My other Model 3 videos are here in the middle. My Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter accounts are on the right. And check out my new channel, Pickleball is Life. It's a great game, and subscribe on the bottom left. Take care.